Good morning, everybody. So today I'm going to talk about the CISSP course, which is required for every cybersecurity personnels. The CISSP stands for Certified Information Systems Security Professional. So today, I have a set of course outlines or a course index or the course topics which needs to be studied to pass this particular examinations. There are 8 domains of cybersecurity. So all these 8 domains needs to be studied thoroughly to understand the various cybersecurity concepts, which are divided into eight domains. The first domain is called as security and risk management. The second domain is asset security. Third domain, the security architecture and engineering. The fourth domain, the communication and network security. Fifth domain, identity and access management. The sixth domain, the security assessment and testing. Seventh domain, the security operations. And eighth domain, software development security. So these are all the 8 domains of the cyber security. This needs to be studied in detail to understand the various security concepts. Now let's come to the examination format and the other stuff. Um, the the length of this exam is usually 4 hours, and the number of items there will be 175 questions, and the minimum is 125 questions, and it can go up to 175 questions. And item format is multiple choice. You have to select either one of them out of 4 choices, and advanced innovative items. And passing grade, at least 700 marks needs to be scored out of 1000 points to pass these examinations. And the exam language availability, English, and there will be various testing centers across the globe uh, to take these examinations. So we already discussed the 8 domains of the cyber securities. So each domain is weighted with a different percentage. So the first domain, which is security and the risk management, which is 15% of the total marks. The total syllabus is dedicated for the security and the risk management. So the weight of this first domain is 15%. Accordingly, the second domain, asset security, 13%, sorry, 10%. Third domain, the security architecture and engineering, 13%. And fourth domain, communications and network security, which is 13%. The fifth domain, identity and access management, which is again 13%. And the sixth domain, the security assessment and training or testing, is 12%. And security operations, which is 13%. And security software development security, which is 11%. Overall, it is 100%. So these are all the different topics or the different percentage of the weights that needs to be considered while studying these topics. So today we are going to talk about the various topics which needs to be studied to understand the various topics inside the security and the risk management domain. That is the first domain of the overall cybersecurity CSP course, which is described in the next slides. So it has various subtopics which needs to be covered as part of the security and the risk management. The the basic first one is basically we need to understand and adhere to and promote a professional ethics. In professional ethics, there are some guidelines from the ISC Code of Professional Ethics, and every organization also has a organization code of ethics. So these are the two set of ethics which needs to be covered as part of the professional ethics needs to be followed by every security professionals. The second one, understanding and apply security concepts. So, what are the security concepts? So, there are five important. The security concepts are the confidentiality, integrity, availability, authenticity, and non-repudiation. So, these are all the security concepts which needs to be studied properly, and every cybersecurity professional should understand this concept, and he needs to apply this concept for the product and the services he is working with. Evaluate and apply security governance principles. So we need to evaluate and apply the security governance principle. What are the security governance principles? The alignment of security function to business strategy, the goals, the missions, and objectives. Organizational processes, it might be acquisitions, divestitures, governments, committees, organizational roles and responsibilities, security control frameworks, due care, due diligence. The determine compliance and other requirements, contractual requirements, the legal requirements, industry standards, the regulatory requirements, or privacy requirements. So these are all the different kinds of requirement that needs to be compliant with the cyber security functions. Understanding legal and regulatory issues that pertain to information security in a holistic context. It might be a cyber crime and data breaches, the licensing and intellectual property requirements, the import and export controls, transport or data flow, the privacy. Understand requirements for investigation types. For example, the administratives, the criminal, civil, regulatory, industry standards. And the most important is developing, documenting, and implementing security policies, security standards, security procedures, and security guidelines. So documentation is very, very important aspect of cybersecurity. Identify, analyze, and prioritize business continuity requirements. And as part of the business continuity requirement, there should be a business impact analysis document, which we call it as a BIA. Develop and document the scope and the plan. Very important. The next one, contribute to and enforce personal security policies and procedures. Personal security policies and procedures. It comes to candidate screening and hiring, the employment agreements and policies, onboarding, transfers and termination processes, vendor, consultant, and contractor agreements and controls, compliance policy requirements, privacy policy requirements. Understand and apply the risk management concept. So we need to study the various the risk management concepts, such as it can be identify threats and vulnerabilities, the risk assessment analysis, the risk response, countermeasure selections and implementation, applicable types of controls, example preventive, detective, and corrective, control assessment, monitoring and measurement reporting, continuous improvement or maturity modeling, risk maturity modeling, the risk frameworks. Understand and apply the threat modeling concepts and methodologies. And the next is applying the supply chain risk management concept. There will be risk associated with hardware, software, and services, the third party assessment and monitoring, and minimum security requirements, service level requirements. Point number 13, establish and maintain security awareness, educations, and training program. Every organization should provide a security awareness training, security educations, and security training programs. What are the methods and techniques to present awareness and training? Like it can be social engineering, phishing, security champion, gamification, periodic content review, program effectiveness evaluation, And that covers the basically the first domain of the security, cyber security, which we call it as cyber security, security and risk management topics.